Yo, what is going on? I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you're doing well and I hope you're safe. My name is Koi. I love sports and I love sports cards. Today, I'm gonna be talking about how I started collecting and investing in sports cards on a college budget. I'm also gonna be sharing some tips and tricks that I wish I would have known of when I first started. And there's also gonna be a giveaway, so stick around for that. That should be a lot of fun. Let's get right into it. I used to collect cards when I was a kid, sports cards, Pokemon, you name it, everything. Then I got into middle school, then I got into high school, and then my hobbies started to change a little bit. Last summer, when I came home from college, I really wanted to see my collection that I had as a kid. And so I asked my parents, hey, have you seen my cards anywhere? And apparently, they just threw them away. They threw every single card that I had from when I was a kid, and they said, you know what? Childhood. Obviously, when you can't have something, you really want it. So I decided to hop on eBay and then start just looking at cards. That's how my interest in cards was resparked. And at the time, it was in the summer, so the NBA season had just ended. And I was looking at some of the rookie cards, and the guy who caught my eye was Luka Doncic. The dude had already proven himself. He won the Rookie of the Year. He averaged 20 plus points coming in as a 19-year-old, and he just looked good on the court. So I decided to hop on eBay, buy a Luka Doncic Panini Prism base PSA 10 card for $70. At the time, $70 seemed like so much money, especially for one card. But I am so glad that I bought that card, because one, obviously that was a good investment, and then two, that really sparked my love for sports cards once again, and now I'm 100% officially addicted, and it's been awesome. And with that money, I was able to reinvest into other players, as well as start collecting guys that I want to collect. My favorite teams are the Rams, Angels, and OKC, so if you're a fan of any of those teams, you're awesome. Do your homework. Before you buy any cards, it's always good to know what you're buying. I think this is really important. I think this is something that I didn't do enough of, and that might be why I spent a little bit of extra money buying some cards. And so the way to avoid that is hop on eBay, go to complete sellings, look up the player that you want, go to complete sellings, and then see what that card went for, and it'll bring out a completed list of auctions and items of that certain player or that certain card for the last like 3 months. And so you could just look at that and get a gist of where the market's at. So for example, like a Trae Young Panini Prism PSA 10 right now is probably going for like 150, 200. So if you see a listing that's going for 250, that's probably not a good idea to buy in on that. Also, when you're buying cards on eBay, I get the best luck buying at market value or under market value when it comes to just buy it nows or best offers. When it comes to bidding, I try to stay away from it unless it's a card I really want. All it takes is two people being competitive and just outbidding each other for the card price to actually go above what it's worth. And so what I like to do is just search up the card and then go to buy it now / best offer listings, and if the buy it now is really good and I really want the card, I'll do that. The cool thing about eBay is some of the listings have the best offer option, and that allows you to negotiate a price with the seller. And so if a card's going for $100, don't be scared to lowball. Don't be scared to throw out $50, $60, because the worst that could happen is that buyer either rejects the offer or he just doesn't respond. But best case scenario, you get a $100 card for $50. And if he wants to negotiate, then you negotiate. I think there's no harm in doing so. Buy what you like. I can't stress this enough. Every time you buy a sports card, it's like you're buying a share of that player. Like you're pretty much investing in that player's success. And so when you buy a card, you want to buy a guy that you actually enjoy watching. Like when I used to sports bet, I would do this sometimes when I just bet on a random soccer game. And nothing against soccer, I think it's a great sport. I just don't know the player, so I'm not as into it. And then whenever I would bet on a soccer game and then my team that I bet on would lose, I wouldn't even understand why I did it, because I didn't even enjoy watching the game that much. And on top of that, I lost money. And so it's kind of the same thing with cards. Like I like Luka Doncic's game. I liked watching him, so that's what made me buy it. And then it was an extra win that he actually became like a ridiculously disgusting player, and that is what it is. But invest in what you like. If you like soccer, invest in soccer cards. If you like basketball, invest in basketball cards. It's simple. Buy guys that you want to collect and buy guys that you want to watch. A lot of people want to get the new hottest cards, so that would be the Zions, the Ja, or if it's the Juan Sotos or the Ronald Acuñas. But I think a great investment right now would be to buy football players, because when you look at the sports card market, it's really interesting. The anticipation, the hype is what really drives a player's prices. So buying guys who are gonna be hyped up in the future. For example, Patty Mahomes is gonna have so much hype around him coming off of a Super Bowl. And so that would be a great player to invest in right now, because the attention's away from football. But when fantasy football starts clicking and everybody's talking about the Chiefs and everybody's talking about football, prices are gonna absolutely skyrocket. So I think that's a great strategy. And for football, I just wanna put it out there. If you want to do it from an investment standpoint, go only QBs. Football is one of those sports that only quarterbacks have true value. There's a couple special guys like Saquon Barkley, but go with QBs. Another smart way to buy sports cards is to anticipate events that are coming up. For example, the 4 guys that got inducted to the Hall of Fame recently, Dirk, Tim Duncan, Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, all their prices went up like crazy. Another example that I actually capitalized on was MJ. I knew that MJ cards were gonna rise because no sports were going on. The Last Dance was coming on. And so a couple weeks back, I bought MJ cards for about $100, and now they're going for 3x, $300 as of today. So that's absolutely insane to me. And talking about MJ, today's giveaway is gonna be this card, a 1990 Fleer MJ. And if you're interested in this card and you wanna be a part of this giveaway, give this video a like, go on the comments down below and let me know who your basketball GOAT is and why. I always love to hear everyone's opinion. Is it LeBron? Is it Mike? Is it Kareem? Who is it? You let me know. For those that have made it this far, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm beyond excited to start this journey on YouTube and to grow my network in the sports card community. I think it's an amazing community filled with great people, and I can't wait to meet all you guys. Thank you so much. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Peace.